This singer-songwriter's music is packed with emotion, energy, and pure soul. Following a psychological trauma, she got together with a band and began writing music as a means to cope. For the Vocalist magazine presents, this is Hanorah.
Washing every inch of me to rid myself of poetry that came from in between your teeth that night.
My first steps were tentative, you know. I was aware that there was this microphone that could hear every single breath and crack that I was doing, so I was kind of a little bit self-conscious in the first recordings and stuff, and now it's almost like the opposite. It's almost like the mic is transmitting the loudest cries I could possibly summon from my body out into the world. So definitely cathartic, yeah. It was kind of like me saying, you are allowed to be here. You deserve to take space and say what you need to say and be the person you are, and nobody can take that away from you.
Absolutely.
Where you have found me and hope that I will see you again. Do you remember me, remember me? You were down and you hope that I could drown.
When and where did you first discover music?
It was given to me. It was bequeathed upon me. Music was shown to me by both of my parents. My dad is a drummer, and he's been playing in bands after band after band since before I was born. And my mom is also a singer. She sang in gospel choirs when I was growing up, and she was in bands as well. That's actually how they met. And so in the house there was always, you know, Yes playing, the Beatles, Ella Fitzgerald, all kinds of music in the background all the time. And it was just like a natural part of the household and always in my head.
And how did you start singing? How did that happen?
I think it was just out of pure enthusiasm for music. Being a little child, I would just kind of sing in this awful off-pitch froggy voice and spin around in circles, like these childhood videos of like 2-year-old me just kind of la 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 with my little sister. And just for the joy of it. And then as I got older, maybe in high school, I had like a bout, you know, dealing with depression, and, you know, singing was one way that helped me feel really good, you know.
And from what I understand, you actually began writing poetry and things like that before you really started turning them into songs.
Looking back, I think this whole thing has just been about me stepping into my own shoes, because, you know, this kind of hesitant nature that I've had in the past, I think that's what I needed to kind of push through. So when I was 18 years old, I was sexually assaulted, I was raped. And after that, I was kind of in this just spiraling tornado of despair. I stopped leaving the house for a good bit. I was having these panic attacks and just, you know, unable to function on any level, social, be it whatever. And I had just started CEGEP in Fine Arts at John Abbott College just a couple months after. And at that point, I was painting a lot and just kind of trying to deal with this and figure it out. And I hadn't told anybody yet at the time. And I had these sketchbooks that I was doing my preliminary drawings in for painting class. And I just kind of started writing in them just by habit. And I collected maybe 5 or 6 sketchbooks full of these drawings and little writings, trying to process what happened to me. I guess it was in my first year of Concordia, getting my degree in studio arts, when I had this flash of like, oh, okay, wait a minute, I stopped singing. Why did I stop singing? You know, what's happened in my life that would make music any less important, or if anything, now would be the time to do it, because, you know, it just came to the point where it was like, okay, the worst thing has already happened to me. No one can take anything else away from me at this point. So it was just like, well, I have nothing to lose. So I took these little scraps of poems that I had been collecting over the 3-4 years prior to that and took them to a producer called Sooks. And I didn't really know what kind of sound I wanted to go with. You know, I was listening to FKA Twigs at the time, which is odd given how I sing now. But we just put together this album within maybe 2 months. All the tracks were done, all the singing was done, and boom, out it went.
Right.
And that was called Unstuck.
Draw a circle with your bed sheets. Keep me warm.
So I was busking in the metro station, and I guess her boyfriend at the time, at the time had like taken a video of me busking, because people would like take videos with their phone and stuff like that. And then I was like playing at that spot one day, and she was walking by. And
I walked by, and I had seen Paul playing guitar in the metro. And the first time I walked by him, I kept going, and I was like, oh man, that's the guy that my ex showed me. But he showed me he's really good. Oh my god! And then I went to class, and then I saw him again a few weeks later, and I stopped him, and I got his business card, and I still have it as like this sweaty, wrinkly little thing. It was in his back pocket. He was busking, and he plays so hard. He's awesome, and I sent him a little message, and we got together and started reinterpreting some of the songs from Unstuck in a more kind of like funky, groovy thing that kind of he brings to the table. And it was nice because he had this flavor that I had been missing from the music I listened to growing up, the more rock and soul, you know, classic R&B stuff that I loved so much when I was younger. So it was sort of like a natural click. That's what you were missing, and yeah, that was Paul.
And from what I understand, Christian and Adam, you guys came from the same band?
Yeah, we're in another band. I don't know if we're allowed to name drop. Safe. We're safe and sound.
Part of Safe and Sound.
So, yeah. I started working with her with another group. It was called Asari King. And then from that, we ended up working together, playing a bit more. And then we ran into him, Paul, when we started working with him. Another drummer, and then I think you came along.
Yeah, I came along. We formed sort of a super group that had a short time frame.
Yeah, a bunch of singers, 4 different singers, and all kind of stuff. But then
we all focused in on
started to work with Lizzie.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that like each member is able to bring something different to the table, because we all have different backgrounds in the sort of music that we listen to, or other bands that we played in, or anything like that. So yeah, and I feel that, you know, each member is able to stand on their own as an individual, and you can rely on each person, and there's definitely a lot of love between everyone in the band, and a general sense of care for everybody. So I think that overall is able to, you know, make a sound that is, I think, unique, you know? Yeah.
And how would you describe your relationship with the band?
Sometimes I'm kind of like their mom, sometimes I'm kind of like their little sister, you know, friendship-wise, and it's really become a family unit. It's nice, like we all care for each other, and they have no problem telling me when I'm being ridiculous, and I have no problem telling them that they're being tardy for rehearsals, and it's fun. And I enjoy bringing them food and, you know, for shows, because I know sometimes they don't eat, and it's important to eat before a show. And yeah, Paul, I would say, is like a wonderful collaborator as well, because he's very open and, I mean, also awesome as a musician. He went to school, and he's very soulful and passionate, very, very much connected to it. And it's been wonderful to play with a group of men, of young men who are so respectful and understanding and positive, and that has helped me relearn how I deal with people too. You know, after feeling like in this like vortex of being lost and unable to have any social contact at all, to be in a band with 4 dudes, you know, 4 burly dudes or whatever, you know, sligsy musician looking types, and it's just being an endlessly positive experience is like, okay.
Watching every inch of me to cleanse myself of poetry that came from in between your teeth that night.
Was part of your goal sort of trying to help or shed light on the issue of sexual violence?
I think that I want to say yes to that, and I think I am doing that. I obviously don't want my entire artistry to be just about that one thing.
Of course.
You know, it affects your whole life, and it'll be part of me forever. But I don't want to be like this whole victim. That's not who I am. You know, spokesperson, absolutely. So I hope that what I'm doing does help other people who are dealing with the same thing realize that it wasn't their fault, and that you know, they deserve to be happy, and they deserve to, you know, find themselves again after something as debilitating as that. And I hope that we can have a more you know, productive and healthy conversation about the subject that doesn't put blame on people, because I feel like the tendency is to put blame when we have this conversation, but you can't help someone when you're talking down your nose at them. So.
And I wonder who's loving you. skin, patiently waiting. But Saturn's return again, turn again, turn again. Is this the last time I'll see you? Was I the only one who believed you? Gravity, mercy on me, please. Can you drag my friend back to me? I gotta know, where did he go? One goes out, another one coming in. Up and down and all around and deep within. Oh, higher now, can't hear a sound. Wish you knew that I was around. Flying, the sun shines off your skin. Patiently waiting for Saturn's return again, turn again, turn again. Oh, should have known all along what to do those days you hadn't called, Gravity, is he that far? Did he know that day he joined the stars, joined the stars, joined the stars? I gotta know, where did he go? Oh, yeah, I've been hanging around. Yes, I have. All the places we've been, the stories I can't let out, I can't let out. Oh, higher now, can't hear a sound. Wish you told me that you were down. I would have helped you out. Oh, flying, the sun shines off your skin. Patiently waiting for Saturn's return again, turn again, turn again. Draw a circle with your bed sheets. Keep me warm. Trace a circle on your belly.
Well, Hanorah is my middle name. My full name is Elizabeth Hanorah Hanley, and Hanorah is also the name of the woman who adopted my dad. So, you know, I didn't know her very well. She was a much older woman, and she passed away when I was really young. But it just kind of felt like a natural thing, you know, just have like a separation from myself, the human, and the artist, just in case things go further than I think they will, and people are screaming a name. I'd rather it not be my actual first name that I'm used to hearing, you know.
Oh, what's next? Drop blood on my knee and kiss.
And what role does each of you play in the songwriting process with Hanorah?
It's pretty much that guy.
Well, for like a lot of the songwriting, like you said, like when meeting Liz, like she had already been working on some songs, but it was kind of in a different vein at that time than what it is now. It was a lot more like, there's a lot more kind of electronic elements to it. So when we got together, we kind of were taking those songs that she had at first and kind of preparing them for a band setting and a live setting. So we added a bunch of stuff. We kind of changed the feeling of some songs, and kind of along the way we've wrote in some new songs, and we have a lot more kind of prepared. So, but a lot of the process is, you know, like someone will have an idea, me and Liz will get together in my apartment first and run through some stuff, and okay, we got this part, we got that part, and we'll kind of soak it in for a while. Then we get together and there's something and we jam with the band, and then Ollie, you know, will be okay, he'll add more of the details, like that doesn't sound right there, and we'll kind of move it around. So that's kind of been the process of what it seems to be becoming at the moment. So, and everyone adds their own flavor to it, of course, you know, like, okay, let's have a break there, or let's move that part there, you know.
Working with a band and being able to jam with live musicians, it becomes more groove-oriented or rhythm-oriented. So I'll get melody and rhythm in my head first and then give those words, you know, so. And then sometimes I'll just get a line that comes to my head completely formed, like a little line. Like Clementine, my song Clementine, it's like, I'm watching every inch of me to rip myself a poetry that came from in between your teeth that night. That one came to me in the shower, just like as it was. What's really fun about having music online today is that people all over the world, if you're lucky, can hear it. So I have gotten lots of messages and comments, and you know, from people all over the world who have said that they've been through the same thing. And what's funny, I actually, oftentimes when I'm interviewed for whatever publication, article, blog, website, whatever, oftentimes the reason that the person is interviewing me is because either they or somebody they're close to has experienced the same thing. So it seems to connect with people on a level that maybe just, I hate to say it, but just music does not. You know, there's a more personal thing that I have chosen to be open about. So when I get letters from people, or when I get messages or comments, people saying, you know, I'm glad you're talking about this, or I'm not ready to tell my family this, but this happened to me and I don't know what to do. Like, I think that, maybe not the music, but I think I'm serving my purpose.
In terms of your performance style, how would you describe a typical Hanorah performance?
I don't know, I've never seen one. I go up there, I go up on stage and I have fun, and I hope people are having fun too. I think that what's happening is that lots of emotions are coming out, you know, not just party vibes and not just like emotional song, you know. I think it's a mix of both, and I think that's what makes it interesting for me, is that there's like a beauty in moments of sadness and a sort of desperation for joy and happiness, and that comes out kind of sad too, and that's what makes it interesting for me.
And one of the bigger performances you've had was actually at the Jazz Fest. So can you talk about how that kind of came to be and what that was like for you? It
was a total accident, actually. My friend Alicia Brilla from Kitchener, Ontario. Actually, I became a fan of her music when I was in college. There's a song called LA Hotel Room that's just so mournful and sad. This beautiful plucking guitar in her voice. Lyrics, beautiful, beautiful song. And, you know, I found that on YouTube when I was 19-ish and listening on repeat. And then I saw her on Instagram saying she was coming to Montreal over the summer for Jazz Fest. So I had written her a message saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're coming to Montreal. And then she said, why don't you come by backstage and we'll meet up or something? And I, of course, lost my mind. Like, I'm a huge fan of hers, so it was wonderful. And I did. Went backstage and met her after her 8 o'clock performance, and, you know, hung out with her, and then she pulled me on stage for her 10 o'clock, and I sang backups on her song, Bigger Than That. It was amazing. I walked on the stage, people cheered, I heard my name pop out a few times, some people in the audience knew me, and must have been 10,000 people, and beautiful night. That will be just one of the most beautiful memories I keep in my heart forever.
Awesome.
So thanks, Alicia, for that.
One of the most recent projects that you've done is you've appeared obviously on La Voix this past season. Yeah. So what made you decide to audition in the first place?
Well, my mom had a big part in that. She's my #1 fan and hugest supporter, and we kind of just reached a point where, You know, I was doing these shows at Honey's and other places too, and she came to one of my Honey shows and heard me do this whole thing, like the possessed, giving birth, whatever thing that she described, and she said that, you know, it was time to take a risk and do something bigger and not stay stuck in one spot, and she's totally right. So took the risk, we went, I did the pre-audition. Actually, wait a minute, La Voix sent me an email to go to the pre-auditions, and I did that. So when the time came for the blind audition, I was feeling unsure. I wasn't sure if, you know, French, Quebec TV was the place for me. I kind of see myself traveling a lot more for music, especially in the States and in Western Europe. That's kind of where I see myself. But, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Like I said, I only have up to go, so I took the plunge, sang an Etta James song, and lost all control once I got up there, man, those lights. And then here we are. Yeah.
And you made it to the top 12, right?
24.
24,
Top
okay.
20, yeah,
okay.
it's like divided in 48, 36,
Right.
24, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the experience like for you when you look back on it?
I can only say good things about it. I mean, I know people have mixed reviews, but I mean, knowing that it's TV going into it, you know, the happy moments surprise you. That's kind of nice. The other contestants have all been amazing, super nice, inspiring, talented, generous souls. The coaches are super nice. They're awesome. Charles Lafortune is actually a sweetheart, and yeah, I mean, it's been super fun.
What do you guys like most about working with Hanorah?
Oh, that's a tough one because there's so much to say,
Yeah,
so much positivity, lots of good energy. She's such a genuine, powerful artist.
Yeah, well, she's a driving force. She pushes it forward, and like a lot of the problem with other bands or projects is who's the focus and what's the reason why, and she's pretty much the reason why we're all doing this. You know,
So
she
we
knows
all
what she
know
wants.
what's
She's
going
going for
on,
it, and
you know?
keeps us all in check and in place.
Yeah.
And she's not a diva, so it's really easy and like
Rare mix, you know. It's
yeah, it's really nice to work.
yeah. She enjoy it.
Like,
Say you're a decent guy. We all know that you're lying. Could I make it easier if I say be silent? But you'll be on your way after leaving me broken, leaving me hopeless, leaving me worthless. But now of your name and the date in my neck, and the date in my neck.
I think my biggest accomplishment, career-wise, has probably been, you know, between doing La Voix and having this band and maintaining this band. But I think that the more important accomplishment that'll take me further than those individual things was the, you know, where I'm at with the whole self-love thing. You know, I think that that's the self-acceptance and, you know, the mindfulness that I've been practicing is going to take me further than any one opportunity could, because any of those opportunities given to me 3 years ago would have ended up, you know, nowhere. So. You know, I think it's time for me to move away from the subject matter I've been working with, at least in my approach. So, you know, I think like anything else, it's just personal experience is what's coming out. So today I'm experiencing different things, so that's what I'm writing about. So I'm still affected by what happened in whatever way, whether I'm aware or not, so that'll always come out subtly, obviously, I don't know. Give me your hand. Okay, try to keep your hand in the middle, okay?
Okay.
Like push back. Try to keep it in the middle. Frustrating?
Yeah.
Pull your hand away. Pull it away. The struggle stops. You know, so I kind of realized that I had to walk away, essentially. You know, the more I obsessed and held on to the anger, the worse I was making it on myself. So I had to kind of find a way to walk away to the extent that I could and make peace with it.
In a tree where I sat and crying alone, waiting to be happy.
Do you have any goals as a band within the next 5 or 10 years where you hope to see this taking you?
I mean, we're gonna be at the top. We're gonna get as far as we can go, and we're gonna ride this out and have fun doing it. And
Yeah, like it's moving forward, and it's all a positive experience, and we're all like trusting that things are constantly moving forward.
Yeah.
So there's no like nerves or anxiety with regards to that. At least on our part. I mean, like I don't know how the leader feels, because there's always, when you're running a project of this type, you always want things to go smoothly. Some things don't go as smoothly as you want. But you gotta have, I guess, you have to have a strong unit to back everything that's going on, So
for the next year, we're gonna release an album for sure. I would love to travel again to do some more performances. That was always fun to do with the band. And I don't know, I'd like to get on NPR at some point if I could. Those Tiny Desk concerts are super fun, so hopefully we could do that at some point. That'd be lovely. And keep writing, keep composing, keep meeting people, and having fun. Yeah.
And sort of in the long-term process, where do you envision yourself maybe 5 or 10 years from now?
I see myself, you know, touring the world, touring everywhere. I'd like to be in Central and South America, Europe. I'd like to be in Africa. I'd love to go to Asia. You know, Thailand, Malaysia would be amazing to share music there. I'd like to be at the point where I can do festivals, you know, anywhere in the world. Just be part of that ongoing cycle of keeping music alive in any city. That's what I would like to really do. To share and give as much as possible to as many people as possible.
Standing in line, another appearance. Turn right, I wanna look at your face, and that night I wanna interpret it, honey. I don't remember. Is it time to go? I think that I should go. Is it time to go? I really think that you should go. Is it time to go? I think that I should go.